Hello, Tapioca Hearts here, signing in. Welcome back to Heaven Will Be Mine. Last time I had another Pluto mission, and Saturn and Pluto really put everything on the table and laid out a lot of their ideologies and their hopes for I guess what they're doing here. The this clash between pilots that's been going on and the journey that they've been on to get to where they are. Saturn's insistence that the girls in space have that freedom to take heaven for themselves, I suppose you could say. And Pluto's desperation to ensure that everyone has a chance, even those on Earth, even those who are still victims, so to speak, and still under the thumb of people like Japanese or people um I'm guessing Dr. Nix isn't exactly the greatest of people involved in this. Um but kind of showcasing their desires to help people in their own ways, I suppose you could say. Um Saturn being very focused on those who have already escaped in a fashion, those who are already in space, and Pluto trying to focus on everyone, trying to make sure nobody gets left behind, that everyone has that opportunity. Um, which I love that clash of ideology. And I think it's an important lesson for Saturn to learn, or maybe for Pluto to learn. Maybe it's important for Saturn to learn that you need to look out for everyone, not just those that you think actually have a chance. And maybe it's important for Pluto to learn that you can't save everyone. I don't know where exactly it's going to go, but I'm excited to see it. Also, just a heads up, I'm sorry if this is noticeable at all, but I have to be a bit quieter when I record today. I'm recording this very late at night. Um, Little behind the scenes trivia. So I gotta make sure that I'm a little quieter than I normally would be. Hopefully everything still comes through in the video. Regardless, let's jump into the comms and read them. Everything is ready for you. I wish you had let me help more. You'll be fine back home. Without a ship, I envy you a little bit. Piloting is for girls and jocks, not for a preppy guy like Mercury. It's not my thing, but I wish I was coming with you. Sometimes a very tiny bit. Mercury, we are very different, but I love you. We're parts of the same thing. We wanted the same things. And I'll walk alongside you until we get them. Oh, I'm really glad she said that, because, I want them to make it out together. I want them to succeed together. I've been saying this. It has to be them together. They have to get a happy ending, and it can't just be one of them, you know? I'm glad Saturn's dedicated to making sure he's included, even if he's losing hope. Hope? Oh dear. Really? You're not leaving? Possibly forever? If I'm leaving, you're coming with me. If I stay, I'll bring you home. You know you can't rely on me for anything, but you can count on me for this. I promise. I promise. Oh my goodness, the proper capitalization and punctuation. He pointed it out too. Mercury and I are on the same wavelength. You promise with correct punctuation and capitalization. So you know it's real. What else can I do to pay you back? Nothing. I count on you for a lot, Saturn. The same way you count on me. Oh, buddy, I love them. I've grown really attached to them. Like, I love the romance and the flirting and all of the tension of combat that this game provides, but there's something else I love, and it's the fucking fantastic dynamic that besties can have. And these 2 have a really great situationship, friends with benefits thing going on. I love it. Alright. Another email titled Why Children. Oh boy. But this time the origin is pilot program training documentation leaked. Oh no. Author Memorial Foundation Native Sphere Archives. Okay, so it's still having to do with Memorial Foundation. I wonder if Dr. Nix will get brought up again. Origin? Yeah, I read that. By the end of the space program, with recruitment having stopped almost a decade before the official decommissioning of the space program, all the pilots had become adults. Yet they were recruited as children and spent the fiercest years of fighting against the existential threat as children. Much like criticisms levied at the scout programs on Earth. Hold on a fucking second. The scout programs? You mean like the summer scouts in We Know the Devil? Like the whole scout program that Jupiter, Neptune, and Venus got thrown into? Hold on a second. Wait, these games are in the same universe? I mean, I figured that was likely like a possibility because of the whole like continuation of the solar system names, but that's mind blowing actually that to get confirmation like that so casually. Oh my goodness. Okay. Much like criticisms leveled at the scout programs on Earth, it was a motion that Memorial Foundation considered heavily in deciding how to recruit their pilots. Oh, goodness gracious. I wonder if quote unquote bad kids were the ones thrown into the pilot program this whole time. I mean, that seems to be the case because Saturn, Pluto, and Lunaterra, in their own ways, and Mercury, are all bad kids, quote unquote. You know the subtext hidden behind that. I don't need to go into it. The children have no special piloting qualities, with much weaker tidal authority than adults, who, of course, have the tidal authority to engage other adults. Adults would be stronger, more powerfully able to use ship selves. Much more so, the beloved and chosen adults rather than the discarded and flawed children that were chosen. On Earth, okay, hold on. On Earth, adults with much, much stronger tidal forces than children will destroy the existential threat before even comprehending it. And because of this, those threats are able to hide in the world and prey on those who are more weak, such as children, or those who are unchosen even as adults. Those who are strong enough should struggle with other humans, and those who are weaker protect the rest from the trivial threats outside humanity. Sustained contact with the existential threat often exacerbates this effect, and there is a cold twofold reason for delegating who will and who will not confront existential threats. Children and the unchosen bear the burden so adults will not be worn away. We all know what the existential threat is in this context. It doesn't need to be spelled out. Oh, goodness gracious. Those poor kids, you know. But they get to take the existential threat and make it their own. They get to choose to become something less than human. And I think that's what these 2 are going to do right now in this mission, Plastic versus Metal. Earth has promised to let the children of space sort themselves out, for now, but their machines of war guard the way back home just in case. When Saturn and Lunaterra meet in a chance encounter, the true terror of humanity stares them down. Oh boy, let's get back home, girls. Or let's make heaven our own. Let's see what this mission has to offer. Oh, there's the heartbeat music. Oh, I love it. Spinning up tidal reactor, frequency double checks, first turn. 100%. Frequency double checks, second turn. Stop and spin them again. From 0 again, where were they at? 99.9999%, but it doesn't matter. They should be at 100% Saturn, so we're spinning them again. Mercury, if I go out and die, it's not going to be because we didn't quintuple check every reactor pulse. Saturn, this time, please, could you listen for once? No matter how useless I know that telling you this is, I know I say this over and over, but can you please listen seriously? Tell me you're not going to be risky this time. It's not a game anymore. This mission is different. It's not ship self to ship self. Those troops are real weapons from Earth, designed for threats that are real, not existential. They're perfectly capable of killing. They're designed for no other purpose. They're not going to even be an issue, though, because your orders are strictly to observe, and not to get remotely close enough to engage. They won't leave stationary orbit around the near side of the moon. They're Earth's insurance plan, and we can ignore them as soon as we make sure that's all they are doing. I feel like Mercury's voice has changed so much over the course of the Let's Play. I never really found something that stuck with him, unfortunately. And I also fear that it's a little too similar to Disco Boy in my other Let's Play, but that's fine. Don't joke about dying. That can happen. It won't if everything is perfect and you do exactly what you're supposed to, though. It finally matters this time. And you... Mercury, please. I'm actually really sorry, Mercury. I didn't mean to make you worry. I didn't mean to make you really worry for real. Oh, girl, he worries a lot. I promise I'm not trying to die, okay? I promise, okay? They're taking this so seriously. I'm gunning for them. I'm rooting for them. Making poor decisions about who to kiss and what to do isn't the same thing. I listen to you when it's for real, okay? I wouldn't cross the line. You're my friend. No one else. No one else is worth you. You're the most important. We've been through too much together. Oh my goodness. They're each other's number one. Even though they're both like romantically inclined towards other people, these two are number one for each other. Oh my god. I love their friendship so much. I wouldn't ever go back or throw everything we've got away. You know that, right? Sorry, I'm acting like I forgot. Mercury, hey, say something. Oh no! Oh my goodness. Y'all, this is gonna make me tear up, like straight up. It's oh no. You idiot. Give me a minute. Oh, Mercury has a ring on his ring finger. I wonder if he's married to his partner and not just like dating. You idiot. Give me a minute. Damn it. I was going to act like I tricked you. I was going to get to feel smug, making you think everything was serious. And I was going to lord it over you. Aww. But now I'm crying, asshole. Sorry about me, but I love you too, don't worry. Oh dear. Alright, let's do this. Risk dying, tearing that machine to pieces, loyal, favors celestial mechanics, or they hide together in the peaceful moon's winter night. Oh, motherfucker, I'm hiding together. Lunaterra, let's do this. Outcome favors Memorial Foundation. Let's go, girl. It's winter on the near side of the moon, which means it will be half a month before this hemisphere sees day again. The frosted forest will see spring in a week, summer the week after, and fall a week after that. A year of seasons and a month-long day. Even terraformed, could humans live like this? It would be difficult, but there are like people who do it, but it's difficult for them. But like the people who live like super far north, or the people who live like in Antarctica, like they gotta deal with that. They're chilling. They're chilling, you could say. On the near side, though, at least the Earth will always be in... This is an odd fucking OST. Hold on a second. Oh my goodness. I don't know if this comes through in the video at all, like if you have headphones on, but in my headphones, like, there's like clicky clacks going on in both ears at different intervals. It's very interesting, but I like it. On the near side, though, at least the Earth will always be in the sky. Eternally huge, shining with authority and kindness. Unlike its agent, who hangs in the corner of the sky like a migraine aura. There's nothing extraneous about its shape. It is here to do just two things. Look, then kill. Like a panther in the corner of your vision in the night. I love this song. When Saturn flew a millimeter too high, the autonomous military unit looked, then killed, but just too slow, and Lunaterra pushed her away and dragged them both deep in the winter forest. The unit looked twice as hard. It's been encouraged to not miss twice. Oh, goodness. Things are tense right now. Shh, don't make a sound. You're being too noisy. I get that a lot, but this time I'm not making any noise, so don't tell me to be quiet. You're the one floating all over the place. They're listening for gravity. Vibrations are not the kind of noise that they care about. So keep moving and don't make noise in your heart. Listening for gravity sounds like terrifying technology to develop. I mean, how do you listen to something that's constantly buzzing around you? But no, it doesn't matter. Whatever. Keep going. Don't make a sound in all possible senses. Don't make a sound physically, emotionally, or spiritually. Calm down. They don't like it if you're not calm. She has experience dealing with this. I mean, she is a trader, so that would make sense. First of all, that makes no sense. And secondly, I refuse. Yep, that's gonna happen if you refuse like that. What do I do? There's no dialogue? What do I do? Oh, okay. It was just a part of the scene. I don't think you should die, so think of something else to do instead, because they kill you. Unlike me or any ship self. So think about as little as you can, okay? And keep your tidal reactor's output to a minimum. It helps to make yourself be like an object. You will be a thing that other things happen to, rather than an agent. That's what it's looking for, agency. So it can make it cease immediately. Oh, fuck me. That sucks so bad. But you gotta meditate. You gotta purify all earthly desire, so to speak. You know, I'm absolutely super good at that. I have a lot of experience with it. So I'm absolutely not going to. Well, me too. That's why I suggested it. But you're right, I shouldn't have suggested it like that. How about this instead? Start by thinking about the Earth. Oh goodness, hello. The autonomous device becomes visible instantaneously. It doesn't look anything like a shipself and bears no resemblance to a human shape, because there's no intention for its design to accommodate humans. That's the opposite of what it does. It has nothing to express, only a function to perform. What did I do? Probably thought too hard about Earth, but shush all the same. It's so creepy. It's supposed to represent Earth. It doesn't even look like humans made it. Yeah, it's all like crystalline, dark blue. It's like Neptune, if anything. And not the character in this universe. She's probably chilling out somewhere in hell, like kicked back, enjoying a coconut drink in one hand, sandwich in the other, like living her best life. Really, I think it's rather appropriate. It doesn't look human at all. They can detect an artificial gravity reactor, but they don't really know what to do unless they can look a target and kill it. So if it can't verify what it is, it won't do anything. It feels so heavy suddenly. What is this? I'm telling you, that's the Earth. Real gravity. It's very, very heavy. You can feel its authority. That's the gulf between us and the planet. Yeah, I bet. I wonder if even Pluto, like, is dwarfed compared to a proper planet like Earth. I know that. I guess it feels really different to feel it in person. That's true. Most of the time, you're not really thinking about Earth's gravity when you're, like, affected by it. But it's always there, always pulling on you, always tugging you down. You can't exactly jump unless it says jump, you know? You were saying a way to avoid it? Do you remember being a normal kid, even for a little bit? Or do you remember the last time you acted convincingly like one? Obviously, I was a really good kid, you know. Our Saturn, weren't we all? It's checking your gravity against a script, and it thinks, sorry, it doesn't think. It just checks that variance. It's like an AI just running checks constantly, comparing and contrasting you to its existing data. Aren't I pretty excessively varied by now? Just wait there a second. It's hard to teach on the spot. It's not that I don't know the idea. Ugh, how are you so good at it? It sounds like you kind of hate that I am. I promised I wouldn't die, but I'm mad I have to do this. Lunaterra crawls slowly through the frostbitten green crater to where Saturn is curled up among cold desert junipers. The dark, barely perceptible dot monitors them in the pale earthlight, so precisely waiting. It's easier to hide if their ship selves are turned off, or as close to that as a ship self can be. So they climb outside to the cold lunar winter to wait. Oh, we're gonna get a scene of those two, like, in their human form, so to speak, just walking about the world. I'm here. Are you doing okay? No, no, no. Let me see them like in real. Let me see the art of them interacting, please. No, obviously, I'm scared. Me too. So forget what I said. I hate doing that too. You warm, laying there. Do you need to cuddle up and have a little bit of snuggling for warmth? I could hold you, kiss you, cuddle you. I hope they do. I hope they do. This is the game where I can improv like that and it actually happens. You're not warm at all. At least your boobs are soft. Oh my goodness. The autonomous unit doesn't like flirting, huh? Oh, it's homophobic. I think we're all able to realize that. You should think instead about how you're keeping a secret. Keeping it really close. Waiting for the perfect moment and no one else can know. Okay, I can do that. That's not as bad. Is it that big a difference? There is an infinite difference between someday and never. Ain't that the fucking truth? God, we're just like everything on the table in this particular episode. Being like very transparent. I mean, the whole game has been transparent, but I feel like this episode, especially, like a lot of the more like subtextual themes of how like queer people live in a society that tries to shut them out and abandon them, so to speak. Like this episode is really showcasing like what what like happens in regards to that. Sorry, that was articulated very terribly. I'm trying to piece my words together. This episode is being very transparent about how queer people are treated in a society that doesn't accept them and actively tries to subjugate them and push them out of the accepted bubble of social existence, so to speak. I don't know why I'm saying them like I'm not one of them. Uh, but here we are. Regardless, these two are kind of having to deal with it in the like both throughout their lives and in the immediate moment, especially with the sphere of homophobia kind of looking after them. But there's infinite time between someday and never. I've extremely forgotten how to be patient, but I know the difference. You're right. It really is important to never forget. It's still not going away. Yeah, it's lost a lot more patient than us, huh? Oh, it's a lot more patient than us. It's looking at you, too. Aren't you on their side? Just because we want Earth back doesn't mean Earth wants us back, Saturn. So Memorial Foundation really is that stupid? Maybe, in their eyes, we're as bad as you. But why go back? Because fuck them. They don't want anything to do with us. Memorial Foundation thinks it's optimal for humanity to return, but I think many humans think it would be just fine if we died. That just makes me want to come back to Earth even more. Spite, I can understand. I could be petty too. I want back, even if only for spite. We will bring them back a little taste of what it is like to be us. Fuck yes, girl, let's do it. They're afraid that we might bring something back with us. The woke mind virus is exactly what they're afraid of. And they should be much more than they already are. That's what I want. Hell yes. Oh my goodness, wait. Okay. Hold on. Ship selves are 5G towers, and they're making the kids gay and trans. That's why they have like these oh goodness, what's the word? Like Neuralink connective abilities between ship selves and between pilots because it's 5G. I've cracked the case. And honestly, these two gotta make sure that gets home. And they should be much more than they already are. That's what I want. Knowing that you're just as petulant and petty as me, and this weak too, makes me reconsider you. In a good way. It's wonderful. Maybe makes me want to fall in love. Aww. Oh my goodness. The progression in this game is fantastic. Oh, huh. I said maybe. Oh, Saturn, we both know that that's gonna develop even further. Don't get full of yourself. You two are literally cuddling. Like, I know it's for warmth, but you can't just... Like, it's for companionship, too. You can't just say, like, oh, I'm only maybe falling in love with you. Girl, you are in the sauce. Like, fully lost in it. Sorry. There's no way we're getting any more than half of what we want. At best, you're only hoping for half of what you want. So I wonder if you'll even get that if you get it. I don't expect things to go my way, but you know, I hope you're coming along, wherever it is. Truer than you know, Elsie, whichever way we go, we're going together. Yes, this is what I wanted. They're forging their own future. In this cosmic glow, we're going rather... Blah, blah. In this cosmic glow, we're going wherever we're going together. I love you. Get used to me now. You made me go upside down on purpose again. Aw, he's caught off guard. You're so good at evasion, but scoring a direct hit is so easy. You win. She looked so satisfied right there. So happy to, like, let that wall down. It'll be nice to see the end of every world but this one alongside you. See, the machine's already bored. Or not bored, but uncomprehending, and then it lost interest. But I'll stay here with you until it leaves for good. Here in each other's arms. Beautiful little ending for these two. If this isn't ending. I don't think it would be. Because flight or fight. Petty bitch to petty bitch. Lab rat to upperclassman brat. What, really? You maybe love me too? Day 9! How many days are there in this game? Whoa! Oh my goodness! Sorry, excuse me. Excuse me? Do I do this in this episode? Do I not do this in this episode? Blah, blah, blah. Okay, fuck it, we're doing it. Lock in, gonna drink some water. Okay, we're doing this. Listen to the music. It's beautiful. We're here. We're in the moment. I actually do have to turn down the music a little bit. Everything hangs in the balance. Wait, did I get an ending with all three girls? Like, off the bat? Wait, is this my first ending? Y'all, hold up. I did not do this on purpose. Did I get the ending with all three girls? Hold on. Oh, it's not that bad. Yeah, let's just flip a coin or something. Don't you think it's still a kind of important decision? It's not the fate of everything, but it's the fate of a lot of things. It's the future of human beings in space. It's not what I wanted. None of these are things I wanted. What are you fighting for, then? I mean, it's not everything I wanted. I was fighting for everything I wanted, and this is as close to it as I got. That's not enough. Well, I mean, it could be better. I love you both so much. What complete brats that can't be pleased. Don't tell me you're fine with it. No way, you're right. It could be so much better. See? So I'm fine with whichever ending we get. I want a better ending too. Wanting a better end doesn't mean I'm fine with whatever. Why not? Yeah, what do you want? I want what we want. Us too, that's why it's fine either way. Lunatera, I think you haven't understood something, dear. This isn't the ending. We don't need one ending. No matter how the future turns out, no matter who wins, we can take whatever ending we get and make the ending we really want out of it. It's not like it doesn't matter. But no matter what future we get, can't we make it the one we wanted? Just like we did before the ending. Okay, sure. Let's pick our favorites. We don't need a true ending. Whatever it is, we'll make it the true ending. Oh my god! Y'all, that's one hell of a line. Oh my goodness. Okay. Should I be doing this right now? Nope. Nah, fuck it. Y'all are getting an extra long episode. I'm going on the whole distance. I'm doing this right fucking now. I'm feeling emotional, y'all. I have to do it right now. I feel like my voice is like cracking. But I gotta make this happen. Oh my goodness. Whichever it is, we'll make it the true ending. Oh, which one do I go for? So, Cradle's Graces, Celestial Mechanics, Memorial Foundation. I'm playing as Saturn. We'll make it our true ending no matter what. Celestial Mechanics. Shapitus. That piece of shit. Well then. I'm quite impressed. You don't even sound surprised with how much I fucked everything up. I thought I'd get to see you surprised for once. If you had this much faith in me, you shouldn't have got so mad. I wouldn't be respecting you very much if I wasn't prepared with contingency plans. But I'm delighted to not need them. I thought so. I used to think you knew everything. Oh, good to see you're understanding the fallibility of your superiors. Now I understand it's because you just don't have any experience not getting what you want. And you always are sure deep down it'll turn out for you. You wound me. I'm no stranger to not getting what I want. The world would be a very different place if I did. Yeah, it would be a terrible place. No, Jabadis. Not even close. You've never even come close to not getting what you want, like I have. Forgive me then. If you put it like that, I'm certainly much closer than you. But that's the reason for this arrangement, of course. You will all get the bodies you wanted so much, and Earth will have the villain it desires. Ah, so you are that clever. What of it? It's still a mutually beneficial scenario. You and humanity will be so different from each other that you could not possibly understand or communicate with each other. Oh shit, did I pick wrong? Did I do bad? Did I do the Saturn thing and like neglect everyone on Earth and not give them the opportunity to dive into who they want to be? Oh no, that's not. It doesn't matter what ending we get, we'll make it the true ending. Both sides can fight each other with abandon until the end of time and never hurt those they love. You will have yours and we will have ours. If you have the will to abandon your own humanity, then abandoning the rest of the human race, who never cared for you in the slightest, should be trivial. You don't know how relieved that makes me to hear. You really don't understand, whether it's spite or love. No way, I'm not sharing this gift. Okay, thank goodness. Thank goodness she's rocking with it. It's the same thing at the end of We Know the Devil. Oh my goodness. As soon as I hit stop recording, I'm gonna end up crying about this because it's the same thing at the end of We Know the Devil. Sorry for spoiling that game. Please go play it if you haven't already. But this is like a spiritual successor. Sorry, I feel like if you're watching this, you've probably played it or watched it. But oh my goodness, it's the same thing. It's the same thing of once you achieve your that happiness and that freedom in fully embracing who you are and escaping into that freedom and journey away from the people who would hold you back and wanting to share that with the people who are still oppressed and influenced like that. God bless. I guess not God bless. But it's so beautiful. Okay, we're rocking with it, y'all. I'm going until it's over. We're just going. The fleets crash, ship self against ship self. In the shadow of the gravity well, none of it is visible from Earth. A quiet conflict. Not a war, as has been stressed. It's more like a very pointed argument. It could be a conversation if only they understood each other. And sometimes they do. It could be kissing if they loved each other. And sometimes they do. With the gravity well open, unrestrained, they fight weightlessly, under the full weight of their own gravity alone. A truer way to fight than anyone has experienced before. To fight with one's own self in the full weight of one's gravity, in the hollow weight of inverse, is the only time this will be possible. Our true power, unrestrained. Celestial mechanics simply takes advantage when no one else is looking. Celestial mechanics made no plans to win. After all, there's no way to win in this sort of conflict. The winner only has to prove a point. The way that Celestial Mechanics accomplishes this is simple. True to themselves, without the weight of gravity tying them to Earth, tying them to orbit, holding them in their human forms, what happens next is the natural result, and that's what proves their point. It isn't immediately clear anything is wrong. It happens naturally as a consequence of truly unrestrained conflict, each one climbing to the top, seeing how far their limits are, and realizing suddenly there aren't any. When the first pilot sends her reactor's limits past the theoretical possible range, her reactor reverts, and what only existed deep inside is now the face she wears. A perfect, unbelievably true self, so true that it cannot exist even in orbit, until she's joined by another and another. Oh, what am I about to see? Oh no. Y'all, I'm sorry if I start tearing up in the fucking video. Like, this kind of stuff just gets to me. In unison, their gravity holds them together. Oh, hello? The blurry face? Good job, Saturn. It's exactly how I imagined. Not having second thoughts, are you? It's everything you wanted. And it will be good for Earth as well. Your inflection of the gravity well was perfect, and you will successfully fuse with your ship self just like you wanted. It's for our happiness too, of course. Humans will get to live as humans, alien as aliens. Dude, fuck off. This guy is the worst. He's seriously terrible. He was terrible to Saturn, he was terrible to Mercury, he's terrible to people. He's terrible to all the pilots and all of the summer scouts of the world. As enemies mutually agreed upon, with no possibility of communication or reconciliation. No, fuck that. Saturn's not going to let that happen. And no conflict or guilt on our own sides. Okay, I need to turn down the FX and stuff again, unfortunately. Humanity shouldn't externalize all of their problems, but I think we can still manage progression with most of them. And with your hands already sunk into the gravity well, I should tell you it's technically too late. Things will take care of themselves from here. And thanks to your actions, I've had more than enough time to prepare for re-entry. I knew it would be that easy for you to ditch us. Not so. I still find you all so fascinating, leading such beautiful lives. I have regrets, of course, but I have a real world to get back to. Their world is the real world. They've made their real world. I'm only mad about how much you're underestimating me. Because you think I'm satisfied only getting what I want. I'm not greedy enough for more. Get his ass! Oh? Saturn breaks up her circuits and the inversion starts immediately. She can feel the gravity well pulling her inside out. The secret within humans to be pulled to the foray. She needs it, but not just yet. Oh my god. Of course. That's what being inverse is. That's what it always was. Gravity ripping you inside out. It's just like being consumed by your devil. But she's diving into it. She's making it happen. I wonder what it is you think you can do at this point. You've already conceded. Unless you're hoping for some reconciliation between humanity and the alien. That is by definition impossible. Maybe it's you. With the help of Lunaterra and Pluto and Mercury, she can get it done. They can get it done. It must not be too impossible, or you wouldn't be training all your weapons on me. Well, I am impressed because I finally have no idea what it is you're doing. But just because I don't understand, it doesn't mean I'm not going to prevent it. You have no understanding of what the violence of actual combat is like under Earth's authority. Hello? Japanese has a shit self? Wait, hold on. Japanese's Ronkavo Terra is equipped with certain features that allow it to divide and categorize. It's an abstract ability with a lot of applications. Sophisticated and sinister, and the words of Earth itself behind it. So Lunatera figures the best solution is to just shoot him a lot. Shoot him in all the parts. Decommission him one at a time. Oh, yes. It's honestly a very good solution. Japanese buckles, and whatever thing he thought he was doing, he isn't. He's not winning. Huh, I see. That's because the hard part is coming next. Promise. You say that now. But thanks for going along, even though I didn't tell you anything. I know how to make the best of a bad ending. Oh, this is a bit of a bad ending, isn't it? But we're still making it our true ending. Hey, it's not anything worse than whatever you've had planned, probably. So help me make it the best bad end we can find. Pay attention or die. The intent is lethal. Lethal! Company! It's simple, but the weight is not heavy enough to kill. The string of pearls tears a hot pink scar through space-time. His bullets can go there. If you can come close enough to talk to me, you can come close enough to kill me. But I don't want either. I want to never see or know you throughout space and time. Indeed. So complete the transition. If you remain complete the transition. Oh, I would love to. If you remain human, you'll die. I can ensure it. The autonomous military units come to his aid, but their sensors are off, their movements are slow. Human gravity is losing its authority here, and their tools are useless. I could seriously, really use a little bit of help here. There she is. I figured she'd be the one to respond to that. Well, if you're actually asking... Oh, what is Crude Macula gonna do? Pluto unfolds the rhythm. She decodes the sequence. Plates shift, engines hum, her eyes open. I like to think those are her eyes in a fashion. So she opens up her eye, her other, biggest eye, big enough to swallow it whole. And then she blinks and swallows. She's got hungry eyes. Pluto's hands hold Saturn's tightly. I thought you promised me no bad endings. That's what I'm trying. It might really be working. This already feels too good. It does! I thought this was gonna end up poorly and sad, like I picked wrong, but they're coming together, they're making it better. I really know what you need now. Do you have an answer? Sort of counting on you for it. You think I know how to find a good future in all of this? Well, you're a good person. And what, brain? Not right now. Well, you're a good person. I need you to be the one not just thinking about us, but the humans left behind, too. Did I really get the best ending, accidentally? That's insane if I did. You think you wouldn't. I think you think too much of me, and too little of yourself. Yeah, Pluto taught Saturn to think of the people left behind, and they're working on it together. Jabadis has an answer. This story ends when the weapon that is designed without exception to kill does so, and forces a choice between one of two sides: human or alien, two distinct and incompatible worlds. The mathematical model needs to be perfect. It needs to allow for exchanges of matter, light, information, without allowing for understanding or communication. And this trio of girls, this little polycule, the queer pilots taking heaven for themselves, are not going to let that happen. This is an extremely easy calculation to create. It's the oldest narrative there is. It's the one that Earth has told again and again and again. Jabadis has an extensive library to draw from, starting from the first moment humans separated light from dark. There's a way, and fuck off with this, we don't want it. Saturn throws that narration out. Why should it work like that? Why not make up something different? Who says physics work this way? Who says the calculations turned out that way? Jabadis wants us to take the fall. For everyone, for the Earth. For us to scapegoat each other. I hate that. If our cores collapse, a world where anything is possible arises, and at the same time, we will have closed off all the possibilities that make us human. The existential threat we always feared and hoped to unite us will be real, and they will finally have a real war. I want all of that, but I just want to add a little tiny bit extra to it. Jabadis wants to reduce the only information it will be possible to exchange between us to violence. But you want for something different to be exchanged, so that we can't hurt each other, but that we can something else with each other. It will have to be very small and very imprecise. At least it'll be something different, you know? There's no chance of going back to being human. Not zero chance, although we won't even remember what being human is, so it's pretty low, I guess. That's good enough for me. Let's hope it's good enough for us all. There's no limit to how big we can get. Size is a funny dream. It's relative. It doesn't have to matter anymore. It can be set like any other variable, as the gravity well draws matter towards it, and even light. It emits a not energy, a not light, that can perfectly make up a body just as well as all that. Big enough to be equal to the Earth. Big and close enough to compete with the moon. To anchor in space and time equal division between us. To be a new and separate world. The autonomous units are single vectors, prepared for human violence, and we can't be cheated like that anymore. Only sad humans can have their gravitational impression in the universe terminated by the extinguishing of their bodies. They'll have to fight us on our terms if they want to get rid of us now. The way humans should fight, with no fear of ending. The consequences will be unimaginable. We aren't going to have selves or consciousness like we're used to having. That's what it means to give up humanity. We won't know who we are, and we might not understand or grasp each other anymore. No, Lunaterra, we'll find each other. We will always find each other. I can't believe I'm putting this on YouTube. Not because I think it's, like, not a good video, but because, like, it's just so much, you know? I didn't think I'd be having, like, this emotional of an experience, like, so early into one of my very first LPs. But here we are. That's true. You might not know how true that is. It's so true. The final mystery of what is human, what is alien, ever shifting, for all ground reclaimed by humans, lost to them. Humans have a lot. We'd only be able to imagine what it was like to be them. Hey, it's not all bad though. Don't overestimate the human race. Do the math. If we lose how humans love each other, do you think there's ways to love each other that humans don't know yet? Do they really know everywhere there is to touch and know each other? Or is there still much more to learn too? Maybe we're only scratching the surface. There are many, many routes. We won't understand each other in the same ways, but we'll understand each other in ways we never could. And we will now write a new story with our gravity, a new world. As we leave the level existence he insists on engaging us at, our tides push back, and Earth's tides, which no longer bind us, insist on him. What are you doing, hypocrite? You want to fight in the realm of heaven? Your place is on Earth. That's only to wonder at now. The story's ending twists. We are far away, another space and time. Watch us in the sky, but never touch. Until you find your answer on Earth, you'll never touch heaven. You know, no matter how bad you are at being human, there's no other way to be. It's really disappointing, but it's simply true. We just can't think in any other terms. You can say you want to not be human, but can you actually make it happen? Forget even how to logistically, technically, philosophically make it happen. How do you blueprint it in the first place? Every time we try to imagine an alien, in the end it's just ourselves from a different angle because all we have are human things. So the ambition to assemble them in an order that's alien to us is kind of inherently doomed. But that doesn't mean it's useless. Imagining that which is human, that humans are not. When I say I don't want to be human, what I really mean is, I can't stand being human like this. Emphasis on the like this. What I want instead is to be human like that. That was the beginning of the space dream. Everyone in the Memorial Foundation felt that way when they sent us here. And everyone on Earth who believed in us felt the same way. Let's be more human. How much more human can we get? That faith waned, maybe because they were jealous. Yet, maybe also because the direction we were taking the future wasn't enough. Just another human that they didn't want to be. Or a sort of human that they're scared of being. I don't owe them anything, but there's one more thing I can't stand. Not being seen for what I am. So choose to come with us or choose to stay. But I won't be happy without them, knowing what they're missing out on. Look up in the sky and see all the weird stuff we get to do with each other. And come join. Reactor collapse. Aversion event. The impulse, always deep and always lurking, to turn inside out. Everything has reversed. Nothing is the same. Giving up everything that isn't real for everything that is. So now they can't touch each other, can't lie in bed with each other, can't get legs entangled with each other. Instead, they have ways of physically interfacing that aren't like anything we could imagine. Clouds of particles drift into each other. Maybe they touch through each other instead of just on the surface. It can be in a cold and gentle way, like through a ghost, or maybe a warm and gross way, like reaching into guts. Miles communicated in physical light, an embrace of psychedelic mind matter. Lazy sex in a morning bed, except the bed is curvature of space-time, and sex is something so obscene it would make your mind implode to consider it. The ship self fused to the hide, the gravity reactor to the flesh, because humans have sciences to distinguish the differences between those things, and these new aliens don't. They won't have arts or sciences. They won't know what the differences are, and they won't know what they mean. But they will understand the difference between many other kinds of things that we do not understand. A real hero would have turned out differently, but that's not who we are. Our ships have mouths now, and they open, and they can scream. There can be sound in space. Now our vibrations can touch the things that aren't there. Humans know it's time to flee. The threat from within is now without, as they desired. The moon is no longer hospitable, as alien and mysterious as it was long before it was possible to reach it. Can't speak or write, has other ways of communicating information. Can't use the old senses, has new organs for it now. Can't love in the old ways, there are new ways of having that too. Laying together in the stars, we can do that though. The metaphor translates. That's what this is, indisputably. And everyone is invited. Who wants to become a world and never touch Earth? That's a different world now. Their strange intimacy can touch us even now, longing to teach us and tell us what they've learned, what they share, laughing without laughing with each other even now. Oh, I hope Mercury gets to join soon. They are so far away they cannot even be our enemies, but they will break our hearts. Just gonna appreciate that for a moment. It's a lovely night tonight. Perfect, not for stargazing, because the light of the trinary system outshines them by far. But it's a perfect night to watch the three of them. Look, there's Lunaterra, the 2-in-1, rising, almost full. She almost outshines the moon. A bridge between the Earth and the moon no one can cross. The nebula cloud of Pluto is a shimmering, benevolent mystery, swallowing an eighth of the sky in a permanent sort of twilight. And the glittering twinkle of Saturn that tricks the edge of your sight this way and that, always seeming to be in the corner of your eye but hard to see directly, and making the boundaries of your heart and mind ever so thin. We lay out our blankets and watch until someone catches us, and we run, but it's all fun and games. Until that day comes, they're waiting for us always. They just need one or three to reach out to them again. Even if it's just a fight, to touch them once again. Look at them. These abstract clusters of stars, these pieces of the solar system, ethereal, beautiful, true, themselves. Beat the game of Saturn, beat the game with the CM ending. That was the first route of Heaven Will Be Mine. Oh my goodness. That was a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful experience. Thank you. I'm gonna play through the rest of the endings. I'm going to play through all the endings. I need to figure out how to get back to where I was. I don't think there's a flowchart. I might just have to skip through things in a fashion. Um, oh goodness. That was fantastic. Um, I'm sorry if, I, was too, personal or something or, too emotional about the whole thing, but that was a really lovely ending. They found at least one of their happy endings. They made it for themselves. Finding the beauty in themselves to become stars. I love that so much. And y'all, I will be back with this game in the next episode. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for reaching this ending with me. Take care. Find the stars within yourself. And see you later. Bye.